on this Italian note, welcome back, guys. So today's voiceover will of course explain what I did in Lake Como and with who, but also will include a lot of mini story times / informations about the updates I have. But guys, it's actually so messed up I don't even know where I have to start. But I guess maybe it would make sense if first I explain to you who is next to me in this vlog. So this wonderful woman next to me is Sophie. We met around 2 to 3 years ago when I was living in Malta and she was there too. And to be honest, she is just my soulmate. So of course not something romantic, but kind of friendship soulmates, you got me? Even though I'm from France and Germany and she is from Czech Republic and we are 3 years apart, we kind of just experienced the things in the same way in our lives and everything. We were just the same, doing the same thing. So really she was me and younger and in Czech and whoa. Anyways, so of course we decided to meet each other as much as possible again after that. Sadly, in the last 2 years we could only meet around 4 times, I guess, because a lot of things were going on in her life and in my life, but we managed it. And so this time, because we are Pinterest girls, we decided to go to Lake Como in Italy. And so this goes directly to the other story time I wanted to tell you. Since I was in Madrid in June, I didn't really take any vacations, so I thought let's just take the whole week off. So what we planned was that I would go from the Monday until the Wednesday to Lake Como with Sophie, stay 1 day more, and then some people I went to high school with that actually moved to Switzerland asked me to come to Switzerland for the weekend. So I thought I would just do that in 1 week and go back on Sunday evening, right? Well, that's what I thought and that's what I booked, but it didn't happen that way. So for the other context, as you may know, I'm studying in Germany. Well, I was, because I actually quit there. I was doing my bachelor's there, but I don't know, it was just such a mess, administration and everything. It was no. And to be honest, at some point it just freaked me out. So I spontaneously decided to switch and go to France actually. And so on Monday morning, right before my flight, I learned that I would actually have school on the Saturday already in France, and most especially in a city I don't live in. Of course, panic was kind of on board, a good panic kind of, because it was something positive that my life was still going on and I would have a degree and everything. But I was oh, well, actually I would be in Switzerland until quite Monday, and the school in France already started actually on the Monday before, so I really had to go there. But since I love Sophie so much, I decided to still go see her. I went there for 2 nights instead of 3 to 4, but I thought I will really have to see her, just get her in my arms and tell her so many things. So that's what I actually did. So I took my flight from Luxembourg to Milan, and from Milano then took the train to Lake Como. And have you seen our view from the Airbnb we booked? So we tried to make the best out of this trip, even though I had to do so many things regarding administration and everything, but we worked it out since we actually only got kind of 2 days really together. So I arrived around I think 11 or something, and I was completely off, and she was too, because she also took her plane from Czech Republic I think at 3 or 4 in the morning. But we had to tell each other so many things, so we weren't going to sleep until I don't know 1, 2 something. And Sophie saved the day because she already bought breakfast the evening before. So after breakfast and after I think 2 to 3 hours of administrational things I was doing, we went off. Our first actual destination was Bellagio, but from where we had our accommodation, we first had to go to Como, and when we went there, we had to go to Bellagio, but by bus. I don't know if you've been to Italy, most especially Lake Como, but oh my goodness. Buses were either not coming or so late, and when you were in them, you thought you will actually die, and I'm not exaggerating anything. I mean, guys, we've been living in Malta, we know what bad driving is, but this was whoa. So since our plan got kind of delayed, we only arrived in Bellagio at 2, 3 in the afternoon, and we were so hungry. And we found this cute restaurant in front of the lake where they actually made pasta directly into these cheese things, as you can see, and it was so fantastically good. It was really out of a fairy tale everywhere. But the only bad thing we have to admit is that it is kind of boring there, to be honest. I don't know if it's an unpopular opinion because we thought so, but it actually is. If you go on a boat, you can see so many beautiful things, but actually, if you go in any village, there is like 1, 2, maybe 3 streets you can see and not more. So the activity was kind of taking a boat somewhere, walking around for a few minutes, I don't know, maybe an hour, eat something, drink something, and then start all over again. Of course, I didn't show you that, but I had so many calls, so many emails to write on these boats and everything. I really got sick of that, but I was still kind of motivated too, because I really am motivated for my future, so I was kind of still happy for it, but it was just the wrong time, okay? But anyways, Sophie and I always have our fun together. We always make the best out of it. We were kind of tired after because the sun was really present and we walked a lot. So we decided to just take some pizzas and go back to the Airbnb for the night because it was already, I think, 9 or something. And since our terrace was kind of wild over the lake, we thought, why not? Just use it, right? So here we go to day 2, aka last day already for me. We did a slow morning, we were really tired, and I mean, I wake up all the time at 6, but Sophie didn't. So we took our breakfast, I still had an interview I had to do for school, and then after that we went off. Oh, and by the way, have you seen this little cat? Like, I don't know, he just came in and I was actually reading a book, This Is How You Heal, and he just came in at that moment, and I don't know, like, I just loved it. Like, it was so precious at that moment because I thought, finally I'm going out of this crazy school and I'm just like continuing my life somehow and I can move, and I don't know, like, he was just there on the right time, right? And to be honest, I really actually miss him. So we decided to spend a day in Como because we thought there would be a little bit more to do. There was barely more to do, but not that much either. But we went there like grannies, we just ate something, we walked around the streets, we went to a few shops, and look how she is so beautiful when she's looking at something. And then we were for some aperitivos and eating again before I had to go. Chaotic is kind of like my second name, I guess. But guys, I hope you like this kind of little trip / storytelling. And I wish you the best day ever, of course. Bisous!